Fingers crossed. Power blip happened, so sorry about that, but let's just pick up right where we left off with, I believe, was perception checks?
Yes, we were having perception checks for all who came into the store to take a look around. Nikolai had his perception check, I think it was a 17. And he was using sight and was saying that with his training and education, that there are no apothecary implements anywhere within the store. It is merely a storefront, a single door in the back, and a bunch of dirty bottles on shelves all around.
Are the dirty bottles all filled up with stuff? Like the same
Some
stuff?
are, some aren't.
How many are... That's what I think he would have been looking at, Wendell, for at this moment, was to how many filled bottles of the stuff that Hal drank are on the shelves.
Probably about 50% of the bottles on the shelves are filled with something.
That's enough for our group. That's fine. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
How
how...
the same color, or
I'm sorry?
do they all look like the same material on the inside, or are they different substances?
All the fluids look basically the same. It's a murky kind of color, water, liquid of some sort. The bottles are all different shapes and sizes. They all have a label with just P on it. Hal, you rolled a 22 on your perception, and you're using smell, right? You get, of course, you have peasants and you have your friends here and all their scents recognized, but there's an underlying sense of foulness on the air, a filth that is just not normal. Like, you smelled trash and sewers before. This is different.
This guy is not up to health codes.
So is the process here, you take a bottle, you go through the line, you pay, you leave with a bottle?
No, he's taking the money and handing you a bottle. So he's actually worked through almost everyone and is walking in your direction now.
Is there anyone looking around as people are leaving? Anyone who looks particularly kind, easy to talk to?
I would say probably one of the last women walking out seems to be middle-aged, a mother of some sort, looking very concerned, but also, she's looking around and she's concerned for your friends as well, like just a generalized concern.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, yes.
Did you get the medicine for perhaps a loved one, a husband or a child?
Yes, my husband fell sick after dinner this evening.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's been going around. Well, I'm with the local health board, and if you don't mind, I would just like to just run a quick test on your bottle there. I want to make sure that it's going to help you and your family.
You won't damage it, will you? I need this medicine.
Of course not. It's a very quick, very sterile process.
Oh, please, if you would hurry, please.
Oh, yes, of course. And he's done this, and as he's doing it, he's turned his back around to the front where the pawner of this murky liquid is, so he can kind of cover it up, and he'll take off the cork of the bottle. He'll fish around in his pocket, and he'll pull out this sort of looks like a tube with something that almost looks like a thermometer on the side. And he sticks it down into the bottle, and as a little bit of the liquid fills up into the tube, a whirly-McGig pops out of the top of this tube and starts spinning around slowly, flashing different colors. And this is him casting Identify.
Okay. You identified this liquid. It is non-magical at all. There is no sense of contagion or disease or anything associated with this liquid. You register it as being something along the lines of a very mild painkiller with some other herbs mixed in that relieve simple symptoms. This is something that any 5-cent medicine person could throw together to just make someone feel a bit better. It's almost like a hangover cure in a way, but that's all it really is.
He sighs and takes out the whirly-McGig, and the whirly part of it fades back down into the rest of the tube, and he puts it away. And he leans closer to the woman. He says, I don't want to alarm you, but I don't think this medicine is going to help you or your family. I think it might be best if you gather your family and bring them here, and hopefully by the time you get back, we'll have answers and perhaps a solution for what ails them.
She looks quite concerned. She's like, I'm not sure I understand. We've come to Peter's often, and everything. He's always given us a solution for what ailed us. It's never permanent, I'm sure, but everyone is sick from time to time, but he'll feel better today.
Maybe that might be the case, but I am with the local health board, and I am an expert in such matters, and perhaps he just got the solution wrong this time. Regardless, I would not suggest giving this to your family, but I would encourage you to gather them and return here, and we'll sort this out in the meantime.
She looks very concerned. I will return. In the meantime, may I have the bottle? I've already paid for that.
Well, yes, of course, ma'am.
Thank you, but
hands it back.
I will come back. And she hurries out the door, kind of looks over her shoulder like concerned, and then leaves into the darkness. About this time, Peter comes to your group. Yes. Oh, it seems we have several afflicted today. It's a terrible evening for this.
Quite awful.
He looks at Wendell and...
I heard you say it was 5 silver per bottle.
Oh, no, that was a much lesser potion of healing. Yes, no, for someone of...
It's a good thing I'm not sick then. My
Right.
peasant companions here are ill.
Right, no, I understand, but I'm looking at their symptoms, and it seems to be quite a severe case. We're going to need a multiple doses.
Well, why don't you show me the differences between these dosages?
5 gold per bottle, I think. Yes, 5 gold per bottle, I think will be fine. It's a double portion. Here, he goes back. You see him pouring them into another bottle. Bigger bottle. 5 gold here.
Bigger bottle. You know, I don't think it's imperative that they get completely well, if you know what I mean. The suffering of peasants is so sweet. I think just the regular dosage would be fine.
Fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm sure that...
Although I am willing
Peter's
to pay...
panacea solutions will always cure anything eventually. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Sure.
Fine.
Now,
Yeah.
I am interested in... And that's when he'll pay the silver to get an extra one for Hal, Igor, and Nikolai, and he'll hand them to them. And he'll kind of bring out his small money bag, because he doesn't have a ton of cash, and say, now, I am, however, interested in asking a few questions about... There seem to be quite a crowd.
No. I have the time. I have so many people to help this evening.
And I gesture to the empty street in front of the place.
He looks strangely out the door. I have swore there was more.
You have what?
I have time, for a question if you make it worth my time.
I'm
I could
sure
be working.
I could make it worth your time. You could be working.
He turns his back and starts mixing.
Do you know anything about that farmer's market stand that was right across the
I'm
street
sorry, I
earlier
can't hear
today?
you over the work I'm doing right now.
Oh, yes, I'm quite sure. Well, then perhaps what about the monster you have in your back room?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. There's nothing in my back room except my bed.
Oh, if there's nothing in your back room, he's with the health department. Perhaps you wouldn't mind us taking a look.
He turns around and goes, I don't believe any one of you are associated with anything dealing with health.
And I will pull out a piece of paper and cast illusory script on it. And it'll look like we are from the health department.
What do you make it say?
I make it say, I make it look I make it look a lot like the badge that we saw just earlier this evening from our artificer friend, but it says, Amon Health Department, District of Little Whitestone.
Okay. All right. Give me a... would you like a performance or a deception check on
They're
that?
the same.
Okay,
so-
go ahead and roll it, and I'll
Okay.
roll an insight against it.
I knew illusory script would come in handy at some point.
Never mind. Just don't roll a 1.
I didn't roll a 1, so...
Okay, he rolled a 2. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I was not aware there was another
Yes.
inspection coming.
I pull out a notebook. The notebook of all the people who have wronged me, price gouged me in life. So right next to the falafel vendor, I go, price gouging? Okay, yes.
Look, I'm sure that there's look. All I'm doing is providing simple remedies for simple
quite
problems.
Sure, so you wouldn't mind us doing an inspection of the place?
Oh no, you don't have the right to do an inspection. The back room is my bedroom. You don't inspect that. This is my
Well,
workspace.
the back alley behind your place
is not
just
my concern.
had a lot of necrotic energy, which also seeped. You see, the health department stepped up their budget, and we are doing in-depth
He raises an
inspections.
eyebrow. What do you mean necrotic energy? That's a
Necrotic energy,
trash
just
pile.
like this fruit. And I'll pull out some of the cabbage that I pulled out there.
What am I supposed to do about fruit? I don't know.
You see, the source seemed to be coming from your back room, and it... Let me tell you, all those people outside, they ate from that vendor stall right across the street from your place. A little convenient.
You can't blame me for the trash that people throw in a back alley.
Well, I didn't say it was in the back alley. I said it was coming from your back room.
No, see, I'm sorry. I don't know what sort of testing methodology you use, so I can't say that I believe your assumptions of this so-called necrotic energy.
Well, if you have nothing to hide, then I don't see what the issue would be. A quick glimpse, I'm sure, would be
I'm
all
not
that's
going to show you
necessary.
my private bedroom. It's a mess back there, and I have at least a little dignity.
I'm gonna shove past him, and I'm gonna go for the bedroom.
Oh, she's the strong arm.
The door is locked.
Okay, I'm gonna kick it.
I'm gonna insight check him. Does he seem nervous? When I
Give me an
mention, like,
insight
the
check.
people outside and, like, isn't it it's just a little convenient.
Okay,
so-
athletics check from Hal. Insight check from Wendell.
I forgot
Is there
I was
anyone else
proficient.
doing anything during this time? Nikolai, Harlan, Igor?
Paul's gonna step inside. He doesn't want to take any part in breaking and entering.
Okay,
You're
okay.
gonna step outside.
Okay, an 8. Hal, you're just newly regained your faculties, and you just throw your shoulder into the door, and it's much more solid than you expected it to be, and it just thud, and now your shoulder hurts.
I got
Nikolai.
a 16 on insight.
Okay. Nikolai, is there anything you're doing at this time?
Yeah, Nikolai will start to, once he sees Hal ram into the door and not be able to get through, kind of smash her shoulder up a little bit. He'll pull out the little green stone again. And he'll start whispering to it, Anna, are you awake? Are you still up? Well, we could use your help, you see. There might be a monster, and it can't hurt you. It could be scary. I don't know.
I'll be there to guide her.
My friend Hal, she's scary, and she'll be there to help you. Well, all right. Well, yes. All right. Bye. And then he taps on the stone afterwards, and the ink bleeds down. And again, that smiley face with squiggly hair specter appears behind him. And he's, it's right over there, just right through that door. And the specter kind of starts floating towards the door. It's him using his...
Okay, so that's happening. Hit the door. Insight check of, you said 16?
16.
16. Definitely beat any deception check he had. He is bullshitting. He's completely lying. You
He's
can
sweating.
tell. And he's backing behind his counter.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm gonna, since Harlan stepped outside, I'm just gonna be like, Harlan, would you watch the door? And I close it behind him.
he's like, I would like all of you to leave. Stop trying to break. I want you all to leave. And he's got his hands
I
down
would
by
like
his
you
side.
to stop lying.
You can't come in here and accuse me of lying in my own shop.
I
I
actually
am
just
Peter
did.
Panacea, and I am
Yes.
going to.
Are you really Peter
Please.
Panacea?
And you see him pull out a staff from behind, and he puts it down on the ground. Poof! He's gone.
I thought you wanted us to leave.
I don't think he was Peter Panacea at all.
I don't think he was. And I kind of wave my hands where he was. I make mage hand wave. To see if
Harlan,
he's
you would have
invisible.
recognized he cast a spell at that time.
Ellen's outside.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no.
Yeah,
Did you
we're
close the
outside.
door?
Yes, I told him to watch the door because he was
okay.
standing
All right.
outside and I
then
closed
you guys
it.
wouldn't have really recognized. You wouldn't have known. Although Nikolai probably would have recognized some of the actions of casting a spell. If you roll an Arcana check, you can see if you know what spell it was.
Oh yeah, he is very studied.
I'm studied in magic.
I'm not. So that is a 20, and I have +7 to Arcana. So it's
Ooh.
I was going to go with a 15, but I mean, if you just want to beat it by
27?
12,
Yeah,
you know,
that's cool.
he cast Dimension Door at that time.
Okay.
Can I try the door again?
Yes, you can. And Hal, you know that when you hit the door, you heard a growl on the other side of the door.
Did the specter was the specter able to go through the door?
Yes, the specter can pass through the door.
Pull out.
Okay, I can see through Anna's eyes, and I can smell through her spectral nose.
Okay, you smell filth. It's disgusting. And in the darkness, there's a single candle on a wall. In the darkness, you see a unmade bed, books on the shelves. You see a green robe and a weird mask hanging on the wall. It looks like it's got an evil turn to it. Its teeth, jagged, misshapen face, but it's just a mask. And then sitting chained to a wall is a beast of well, it's difficult to describe. It's the size of a pig, but you've not seen something like this. It has a wide, gaping maw with many sharp teeth, 4 legs, but on its back, its oily, greasy, dripping back, are these weird tentacle-like protrusions that have philia on the end that reach out. Like it just seems to ooze disease.
And then I smash in the door with a natural 20.
and then Hal smashes through the door and it screams, and you all hear this thing just howl. And I need you all to roll initiative as it breaks the chain.
Of course. I was about to ask, how good do those chains look?
Not very good at all.
I thought you were gonna say the shop owner was chained to the wall. I was like, that figures.
Okay, 6.
Nikolai would tell everyone at least, like, the spell he used, he can't be far. It doesn't have that far of a range. Teleportation.
Ah, yes, I'll let Harlan know. Open the door.
Okay, Arlen with a 14 for initiative.
I got a dirty 20.
And you passed out the potions to everyone, correct?
I did.
Okay, so Igor, you have sight now, but it's kind of like that haloed sight when there's like any light had major halos, but you can see.
Okay.
And Nikolai, did you take your potion? Okay, so you're still feeling very weak.
Okay. I got a 13 for Nikolai for initiative.
Okay, 13.
Igor got a 4.
6.
He didn't see this coming.
I always do so bad with
Nat
initiative.
20 for Wendell.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Okay. So Wendell, you go first.
Oh, okay.
You just saw this wizard or whatnot disappear.
Ooh, I will use my telepathy to tell Harlan that the shop owner teleported away. He's got a monster. The shop owner teleported away. He's got a monster in his back room that's just broken through the door, out of his chains at least, and he's basically lying about everything and is a sham. But Nikolai said he couldn't be far. Do you see him out there?
I'll look about for him. Probably not.
And then I will... This thing doesn't look good. It doesn't look friendly at all. I'm assuming this filthy...
have you moved into the room?
Monster. No. How? It's not a big room, I'm guessing.
No, it's not.
No.
It's like about 5 feet wide, and the width of, it's 5 feet deep, and the width of the store, which is about 15 feet.
Okay, can I get a glimpse?
If you go to the door, you get a glimpse, and you will see what I described.
Yeah, because I know Hal's in between us, so that's a little better. I will cast Hex upon it,
Okay.
and then I'll hold my action to Eldritch Blast when it's in full sight. I'll kind of back up a bit.
Okay. Harlan, you're next in initiative order.
Yes, I'm looking about for this teleporter.
Sham.
Yeah, you roll a 2 for perception, and you see nothing. Empty streets outside.
Well, I guess I'll open the door and say, he's not out there.
And you hear the growling coming from the back room.
And I hold up my shield.
Okay. Is that all you're going to do?
I'll prep a shocking grasp.
Okay. Your hands crackle with lightning. Nikolai, go next.
The beast is rushing towards Howl right now.
Yes.
Larger.
It's on the outs, like it is. It's just below large. It's a large sow shape. Yeah, it's a big beastie. It's a big cat. It's big.
It's a big medium.
He's still perceiving this through Anna, and Anna, the smiley face specter, continues to float forward, and she says, "Stay away from Nikolai." And as she gets right up in the face of this beastie, I cast through her dissonant whispers.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Okay.
They have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That would be a 5.
Okay. And I will burn my last spell slot to add 2d8 psychic damage to it through my artificial, like it's an overload. So she hears the beast hears this voice, and it's like just pounding from the inside of its own head. So that'll be
A lot of d8s.
11, 19 psychic damage.
Okay. You from your position and through Anna hear the scream of this beast. Howl, you're closer. In your mind, you hear it scream, "Pain!" in your head.
And it runs the opposite direction with its movement.
It does, yeah. It has to use its reaction to run as far away from
Howl.
us as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns. Well, on its turn, it will, which is next. It will turn. It turns and heads into the wall and cowers in the corner. And it says to Howl again, "Away, away!" It's your turn, Howl.
Okay. I'm gonna I don't think I'm gonna attack right away. I've got moonbeam out.
Okay.
But I'm gonna kind of crouch down like in the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
And people have talked to me in my head before. So I'm gonna try to talk back to him in my head, but I'm also gonna kind of like quietly say it out loud and like, "Can we help you? Do you need help? Do you need to get out of the city? Like, is there a reason why you're hurting people?"
It kind of like it's crouched down and pulled back as much as a beast of this size can in the corner where its chain was originally, and it looks at you with like, when you get a good look at it, it doesn't really, like, it doesn't have eyes. It's just this gaping maw with the teeth. And it's dripping this foulness from its mouth. And it kind of like faces in your direction, what you imagine it would be if it was looking at you. And you just hear, food, pain.
It doesn't help. That's not answering any questions. I'm not gonna attack it unless it attacks me, so I guess I'm gonna hold an action.
Okay. All right. So you hold your action. Are you holding your action to attack?
Yeah.
Okay. Igor, welcome back. There's all kinds of craziness going on in the other room.
Okay, well, let's see. Igor is having the halo effect with the lights.
Mm-hmm.
There's growling and sounds of weird stuff going on. I guess Igor would stumble towards the other room to see what's happening.
Okay. You make it into the doorway. You see Hal crouched down, and in the corner, in the light of a candle, you see this creature of foulness and tentacles, and it's the size of like a large, like sow. It has no eyes, a big gaping mouth full of pointy teeth.
Master, what is that? Do we attack it?
It's a disease beast, Igor. I'm pretty sure that's what made you all sick.
He's made me blind?
Somehow. Maybe he rubbed food all over it, then sold it at market.
I was going to
It's really
stop it.
bad. That should be a federal offense, is to contaminate food in a public shopping place like that. But
I'll stop it then, Master.
And Igor's gonna charge forward towards it, getting a little angry that he got blinded, and he's got this halo effect. And he's going to go into his barbarian rage, and he's going to attack.
Okay. It will use its held attacks to attack back, but I'll let you attack first.
Does he get past me? Because I am in the way.
I'm retiring.
He can push past you.
yeah,
if
you can
wanted
move
to.
through friend spaces unless you're trying to stop him.
Well, I didn't hit. I rolled a 2. There's no hit.
Okay.
I'm retiring that dice.
All right. So he trips as he tries to pass Howl, and his attack hits the wall, and the creature attacks very quickly for something its size with a bite and 2 tentacle attacks.
All right.
I will roll all 3 dice now, and we'll see what happens. Okay. The bite is a 3. It snaps and misses, and 2 19s, which are 2 23s. So
Yeah, that hits.
yeah, I think that hits. Where's my?
At least you raged first.
As it attacks Igor, I'm gonna attack it back. So
Okay.
let me know when you're done.
So you take 11 points of damage for the 2 tentacle attacks as they strike out and slap you on both sides of your back.
Okay. I'll half him down.
Okay. Yeah, you'll half that down to 5.
Okay.
All right, Hal, make your attack.
9.
9. You strike and miss as the tentacle retreats back from attacking Igor. And we're back at the top. Wendell.
Did it climb into sight when it came to attack Igor?
Well, no, it was coming.
Okay, that's
to
right, because
attack,
it went away and then
it
Igor went into the
retreated
room.
back.
Alright.
Right.
So I'll just be like, ugh, fine. And I will kind of step in, lean in the doorway. Stop it. Bad. I'll just Eldritch Blast it. It's already hexed, and strength stuff for hex, so. Does a... Actually, I have to check. +5. Does a 15 hit?
Matter of fact, it does. Roll your damage.
D6. 4 necrotic damage, I believe, is what hex is, and then 6 force damage.
Okay, so 10 points total.
Mm-hmm.
The beast is looking very damaged at this point.
Excellent.
How it doesn't scream in your head now. It screams into Igor's head. In your mind, you hear, "Stop!"
Igor then screams out,
Stop!
Okay. Anything else, Wendell?
Nope, that's my action, and I don't have bonus action. I just kind of step back into the room because it's crowded. Oh, that'll cramp the style.
Of course.
Yes.
Harlan, Flip Cloak, your turn.
Yes, Harlan probably would have thought of this earlier, but I will tell Rebel to go into the air and look for Pete Panacea. And
Okay.
just tell him to stay near him if he finds him. And then,
Yes, birds have good eyesight.
yes, I will walk forward and look into the room. What is going on in here?
And you see
That.
a creature. Yeah, you see a multi-tentacled creature the size of a large sow, dripping with ooze and
Teeth.
filth. Lots of teeth.
Haven't seen one of those before.
Neither have I. It's rather disgusting.
Uh,
I think it stinks worse than the sewers did.
I suppose I will attempt to firebolt it.
All right. Firebolt away, sir. 15 does hit for 1 fire damage. You see a spark of fire light on its skin. It screeches, looks in your direction with its eyeless gaze and goes, "Ah!" in your head.
It appears not to like fire.
No? Well, most things don't.
Nikolai, it is your turn.
What's the creature doing now that it's been struck? I know it's kind of like lashing out a little bit, but does it seem to be aggressive, or is it still cowering?
It is hiding in its corner because of the nature of the spell you cast upon it. But it is aggressive. It looks like it wants to attack and will attack anything near it.
Nikolai will stay back, and he's back like behind a counter, like peeking up and looking, also seeing through the specter's eyes.
Not at you.
And he whispers into the rock, maybe it'll give up and we can talk to it, but if it doesn't, ready my action. Use the fire bolt. He did not like that. Then that's what I'll do. So basically the plan is, if it's going to attack, Spectre will cast.
Okay. Well, it is its turn, and the closest thing to it is Igor right now, and it lashes out at him again. So you can cast your spell if you want to, Nikolai.
Okay. An 11.
It doesn't seem to harm or land on the beast, and it attacks. A 12 doesn't hit you, does it, Igor?
No.
Okay. So the bite and both attacks go wide on you. Hal, it's your turn.
I'm gonna step up, probably in between Hal and the creature. Not Hal.
You're
Igor
Hal.
and I'm Hal. Igor and the creature, and I'm gonna swing at, I guess. For 20.
That is a hit.
Cool. 9 slashing damage.
Okay, it screeches in your head again. This time, just unintelligible, just pain and anguish.
I'm gonna action surge and do it again.
Okay.
If I actually hit. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
19, because I'm a champion fighter. Woo!
Actually, she rolled a 2. No.
Don't do this to me, Harlan. Alright,
Oh, that would be horrible.
That would be so bad.
19 damage.
Nice.
How do you want to kill this thing with that strike?
I'm so impressed.
I know,
I
like,
think
I
this is
never
the
did
highest
anything.
hit ratio
No.
you've had in this entire
If you had
campaign.
18 left, you hit it for 19.
Woo!
So I want to do kind of like so I step in between Igor and the thing, and it's got its tentacles thrashing about and whatever. So I'm gonna just two-handed kind of like cut those tentacles off, and then twirl around and just straight through the head.
And you hear the low grade screaming it's been doing in your head silenced immediately as the blade pierces through what you imagine to be its brain pan. And as the blade strikes true and into the floorboards below, the beast starts dissolving away and ends up turning into just a puddle of filth. You're all out of initiative.
Ugh.
Well, that was disgusting.
Quite. Repulsive.
Never
I'm
seen.
gonna have to wash this. I'm like holding my sword away from me. This is gross.
Yes. Well, that was interesting. I believe we've stopped the, at least for now, the detrimental poisoning of produce.
Yeah, but that guy's still out there.
Yes, that is a problem.
How are you feeling, Nikolai?
How am I feeling? I'm guessing I don't feel any better with this beast gone.
No, you're still very weak.
Well, and I'm gonna take some of the potions off the shelves. Carry these.
To be honest, I feel awful. I think I need real medical attention, and
Probably.
I think that maybe that wizard turned a person into a monster. Or you don't think that whatever he's done will have that effect on other people, do you?
Can I look around the room to see if there's
Yeah.
any photographs? To see if this guy looked like if there's a picture on the bedside table or something? Or
There are no
paintings?
pictures.
Okay.
But you did say there was a robe and a mask.
Yes, there is a green robe and a mask, a
did get a good
contorted
scent.
mask.
I did, yeah. I'm gonna grab those and just hand them over to Harlan and Hal. I'm Hal. God damn it. Harlan and Wendell,
Thank you.
not myself.
Okay.
And then I want to check out this room and see if there's anything other.
All right, give me investigation checks.
Oh, I'm not good at that.
I'll help.
I'll assist, and I'll put my hand on her shoulder. Hey, never mind.
Yeah, that's
No,
a
you,
one.
you assisted. You
And
assisted.
I was also
and
gonna
so-
cast guidance on her and put my hand on her shoulder.
But I'll give the assist.
Okay.
You look around, and there's not much here. There are a few crude, like dolls, like wicker dolls of strange make, look contorted and demonic in a way. But nothing to say anything of what this man is or what he was doing.
We should take those out, though. I don't think that they'd be good in his hands. We can put them in the pleasure room. No one will find them there.
Nikolai will he'll kiss the stone, and when he does, the ink on it fades back up into a smiley face, and the specter kind of vanishes back into the air. I'll see you soon. Stay awake, I promise. I'll be home soon. I think. Puts it back in his pocket.
No promises.
You let me see that mask there. And he just wants to take a glance at the objects of the room, not investigating in the normal sense. I guess he's looking for, is whatever is happening here, is it some part of some sort of like religious or cult activity, or is it maybe specific high magic? Is it arcane? Is it religion? What is it?
Okay. In looking at the mask and the robes, which and the wicker figures, it looks as though this is based in an arcane magic, but might be someone who is trying to twist it into something else. It doesn't. The things that you see, the relics that have been left behind, don't look like any known cult or god worship that you recognize.
Didn't we run into? Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is He disconnects that thought. Were you able to find the wizard? He couldn't have gone far. If I remember right, it's 500 feet.
I'll take a look through my familiar's eyes.
Okay, give me your perception check.
Pretty sure he gets advantage on sight-based perception.
Rebel's perception check?
Yeah.
But does Rebel have night vision?
Oh, that's yeah. That might not be it. This might just even out.
Yeah, I think it just evens out to a straight check.
Alright.
Cause he's an eagle, right? Or falcon. Oh.
It's difficult. You're not sure which direction that this wizard left in, and so you can't quite figure out where it's going.
Harlan will come back. He's still searching the city.
I want to look around the room and the front room, because I thankfully closed the door to the apothecary, for any handwriting samples and maybe bits of hair.
Okay, investigation check. You can find handwriting samples on the bottles.
I give myself guidance. I just pat myself
Okay.
on the back because I'm so awesome. Don't need it. Natural 20.
Okay. You find a few stray hairs behind the counter that may or may not be his. They look to be white, so they might be his because he had this dirty
Yeah.
gray hair.
Any on the bed, like in the pillow area?
Yes, there's a couple there, but it's really dirty back there.
Okay, yeah. Do they match?
They seem to, from what you
Okay.
recognize of the person.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the hair in the bed matches the hair up front. Okay, that's
Okay.
good. It's not like he's just completely took over or maybe turned the original shop owner. All right. Maybe. I'll ask the ladies for a visual description on him, maybe. Something.
So you said that there was a back door that's barred.
It's barred from the outside.
Yes, it was
Do we see
close
that
to
in
this.
the front?
It was yes, it's on the side where the creature was. But
Okay.
about
To
the
keep
puddle
it
of the
in.
creature is right by the door.
I'm gonna go over to that puddle, and since my sword is already dirty, I'm gonna rifle through it. Is it just grossness? There's
Actually-
no center.
Actually, as you're going through it, you find that there's something in it.
Ooh.
Wendell, you got a dirty handkerchief or something?
Oh, I'm sure it'll be soon. I'll pull out an
One
extra.
you don't mind getting ruined?
Yeah, I got this one just for you.
No, thanks. I'm gonna take it. And then I'm gonna pick it up, I guess.
You pull out a pendant. It's a weird brass chain with a gem on the end, sickly green color, but it doesn't exude, ill health or anything. It seems magical when you touch it or you get near to it. It feels arcane.
I'll wipe it off with the handkerchief.
Igor, and I'll have him come over and feather duster it.
It's cleaned away immediately.
And then I'm gonna. Can I? So I'm sure it smells disgusting.
Not if it was prestidigitationed.
Oh, that's right. Can I smell it before they prestidigitate it?
You could have, but it's just the smell of the foulness of the creature.
I can't get any other kind of scent or anything off of it.
There is no other scent.
Okay.
It's too pungent.
All right, then I'll let it be prestidigitated. And then I don't know anything about magic. I just hit stuff good occasionally.
I think the three of us could put our minds together to
Yep,
maybe figure
take
this one
it.
out.
This thing weirds me out.
If you want to see if you can understand what it is, Arcana check would be fine. Anyone who wants to know?
I will pat Nikolai. You seem to be adept at this kind of thing, and I'll give him some guidance.
Okay.
Thank you.
Which is good, because I didn't roll great on that Arcana check. I got an 11.
He'll get out the little eye scope thing again, and it goes whoosh. He's taking a very close look.
You want to ask him to do a wizard's roll.
Harlan mumbles off at a
I'm
distance.
trying to butter him up to join my cult.
16.
With a 16, you look at this very closely, and it seems to protect the wearer of the pendant from disease, which is strange to have come out of a creature that was diseased. You know that it is to be called a periapt of health.
Well, this is a periopt of health. It protects against diseases. I'm not sure why it was in the creature, but perhaps if this wizard were taking samples from that monster and using it to contaminate food, that's how he was able to get so close.
Perhaps indeed. Quite risky business.
I wonder, he kind of touches it to his forehead like it's a rag. Does it have any effect on him after?
Actually, when you touch it to your forehead, the symptoms of what's affecting you disappear. And when you pull it away, they return.
Oh my. Well, I wish it were more permanent, but it's at least a temporary protection against whatever this necromancy is.
You've had a bit of an epiphany, possibly. Roll a medicine check.
Oh, I know medicine.
Oh, I think I know.
A 23.
Understanding the mechanics, the periopt of health, knowing that it affects diseases, you know that perhaps what you're suffering from is a disease, and something like a minor, maybe a lesser restoration spell or something along those lines would cure the problems that you're being afflicted with.
And he would relay that to everybody else, and he'd say, well, obviously, anyone who's been contaminated, they just need to
go to a real doctor.
A real doctor. I'm not a doctor.
I mean, I was talking more about him, the sham, the fraud doctor. But
oh, yes. But
I also have an idea about something. If that thing was wearing that, I want to grab one of the empty vials off the shelf, and I want to, with my mage hand, scoop up some of the monster goop, and I want to dilute it with water and compare it to the murky, nasty vials.
They look completely different.
Okay, I was thinking maybe he was diluting it as a cure, like here's some nasty disease temp cure. I'll be like, oh, thank goodness you aren't drinking that. And I'll just kind of dump it back out.
Yeah.
Actually, I scoop it back up and I bottle a thing of it, put it in my pocket.
What's the best way we can inform all of the people who've been sick?
Put a note on the door. I don't think he'll be returning anytime soon. Can I... pull that blank piece of paper that I faked the health inspector credentials with. I want to copy his handwriting the best I can to say, if you're suffering from these symptoms and purchase produce from the shop across the road, please go to your local healthcare provider and get this treatment, and we can just put it on the door. So I'm out on vacation.
Okay. Are you trying to make it look close to his handwriting, or do you care?
Yes, I'm trying to make it look close to his handwriting.
Okay, so deception, performance, which one do you want to roll?
They're the same.
Okay.
19.
19, it looks a lot like his handwriting.
I'll just tack it to the front door and lock it on our way out.
Okay, so you guys head home?
I'm going to have...
Maybe we should head to a doctor. Late night physician. Get Howl taken care of before those symptoms return.
Before I start stabbing
Before
people
you start
again.
stabbing people again.
Yeah, sorry about that, Igor.
He'll get over it.
Yeah.
You know that along with the other benefits of the Shadow Inn, there is services rendered for people who have suffered injuries and whatnot. It's part of their, criminal HMO program.
But let's go to the inn and have the doctors come to us.
So
now that we
that's
know
up to
what
you.
it is.
We should probably let Reagan know.
Yes.
And he can inform
Get the maid, the waitress,
the waitress and any customers.
Yes. Oh, goodness, the customers. Hopefully they didn't get sick.
Okay, so you guys head home to the Shadow. Yes, Harlan.
Yeah, I want Rebel to be watching the shops.
Okay, so you leave Rebel behind to keep an eye on things.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure we're not followed.
Okay. Perception checks. Just give me 3. And that'll be the entire way home. 8. No one.
6. God
Definitely
damn. 13.
Still no one. No one's following.
No one's following us. It's fine. I mean, it's not that hard to find out where we live.
Was there anything? We've been running a little bit long here, but since this is our season 1 finale, we want to let it go. Is there anything else anyone would like to say on the walk home before
we
end the
get back to
session?
the inn? Okay.
Yes.
Wendell definitely writes down Peter Panacea right next to that falafel vendor.
Right next to the falafel
Right
vendor.
next to that falafel vendor.
We're going to have to go back to the falafel
who
guy at
chipped
some
me
point.
out of... I have it written
Several
down.
silver.
Several silver. Maybe an entire gold. We do not forget slights against me. I'm a warlock. I think my recruits are doing pretty good, so I think, Wendell will just put an arm on Nikolai. I'm like, well, we'll get you feeling shipshape in no time. Sorry for all this trouble, but thank you for assisting. You're such a good friend.
How late is it now at night?
10:30, 11 in the evening.
Okay. Of course. Ma'am, no trouble. No trouble at all.
All right. Well, let's all get us back to the inn and get us all cleaned up and un-illnessed.
Yes.
Nikolai would go over to Harlan at some point. He's kind of dazed for a little while. He's still sweating, and he's been sick for a while now, so he's kind of out of it. But he kind of comes to for a moment. He goes to Harlan and he says, "Wizard."
Yes, Mr. Yates.
Are you able to truly see into the future?
I see many futures.
I don't suppose you could. Well, I have to make a very large decision about what to do next. I was wondering if you might know. Will I get her back, my Anna?
Harlan will, he'll be quiet for a moment, and then he'll say, there's a chance you will.
Should I go with this order of artificers, do you think, or should I join the triangle, the triangle of power? Which way do you think I should go to get her back?
Al's totally eavesdropping,
Yeah, I want to be eavesdropping
and she's
too.
like, "Not the prism."
Prism of power. I'm like, if I could eavesdrop, because I'm like, getting somebody back. My patrons, God.
Harlan just kind of shakes his head and says, well, the artificer opportunity sounds very lucrative.
Yes, I suppose it does. Very interesting. And he'll kind of go quiet.
Before you leave,
Little voice in your head says, there's no reason you can't do both.
yeah,
The
but
little voice sounded a lot like Wendell.
It did. A little bit.
well, at a better time, I'd like to learn more of this transference.
Of course, I hope when my work is complete to share it with the entire world. Think of all of the good we could do.
Yes. All the good we could do.
Mm-hmm.
Harlan nods.
Wendell's just nodding and stroking his beard.
I was like, I don't like the sound of this.
All right. Was there anything else?
I just slip another pamphlet in Nikolai's pocket when he's
Okay.
away.
He keeps this one.
All right. You enter into the square that is in front of Greyskull Keep, which is the Whitestone Embassy.
Mm-hmm.
It also has the Greyskull Shadow right next to it. And you begin walking across towards the front door of the Greyskull Shadow Inn. The first sign that something is wrong around you is the body which fell from the sky. It bounced limply on the cobblestones merely 20 feet away and came to rest in a boneless heap.
Boneless heap?
Only other pedestrians around the square in front of the Shadow Inn begin looking to the sky and pointing while others turn and run. Another body falls. And another. This one is smoking.
It's raining men! I'm sorry, I couldn't not.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Then you look up to the sky and see a burning mass of wood and metal whirling uncontrollably as it descends. Fragments of airship and passengers are flung in all directions as it falls.
Not on the
Everyone
inn.
in the square,
Not on the inn.
which is all of you, please make me dexterity saves.
Wendell's like blowing, like, not on the inn. 49%. Not on the inn.
Let's see what we have here.
14.
14. Okay. All right.
This was unexpected.
17 for Harlan.
That is a
Natural
natural one.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I'll roll for Igor.
I got a
Hey, guess what?
16.
Okay.
You get a natural 7.
Oh, hey, that's
there you
better.
go.
Okay, a 7.
So 7 plus.
Wendell, what did you roll?
I got a 16.
A 16. Okay. And so did Igor. So we only had 2 fail. Yes? Yes, Hal?
Well, I was gonna say, if I pass, could I like tackle Nikolai out of the way?
Unfortunately, you fail.
Fuck. Okay.
Okay. For those of you that have failed, this is it. There's no time to react as the broken and burning form of the airship shatters on the tower of the Whitestone Embassy and rains destruction on the buildings and people below. The air is filled with the sounds of scream and the roar of the fire as you fade to black. Those that passed their dexterity save, which was 15,
Whew, that was close.
you have honed your skills enough to react at the first sign of danger and you rush into the safety of the shadow. As you turn to look back through the doorway, you are disoriented by explosion of light and sound and heat. Once you regain your faculties, moments later, the scene that greets you is one of fire and destruction. Where your comrades had stood only moments before is a mass of twisted metal and fire. And then the screaming begins. And that's where we're in for now. We're going to be taking a month off before we start season 2 because we have some people that are moving to new states and other things of that nature. So we're just going to take a little bit of a break, and this is officially us moving into the second chapter of the story. And so this was just a fun way to get going. No one's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't do that to you guys, but we'll find out how everything ends up when we come back in a month. And oh God, that was fun. I had so much fun. Don, thank you for coming. I'm Deception Check. I run this wonderful game. I'm having so much fun with Mondays in Exandria, an adventure in Iman. It's been a lot of fun seeing where these characters go. And I love all the interactions we had with Nikolai tonight. That's been my favorite part because it's just fun playing with a great player. And so we're going to go around the group here and talk to everyone. It looks like the person on my left tonight is one Donathan Fry. So we'll go to him right off the bat. Hey, Don, how was tonight for you?
I loved it. It started off with like it started off one place and went another place. It kept twisting. It kept turning. I love the mystery of the poisoning cobbler. And then the twist at the end was great. I love the descriptions. I thought what an awesome way to end, to take a break and say, hey, now you guys have to wait a month to find out what happened. I think that's really cool. And I just have fun playing with everybody here. I always have a good time when I'm here. So thank you very much for having me. You can follow me online on Twitter if you don't already. It's Donathan Fry, exact same as here. I write RPG adventures and modules. I've been working on some stuff for Ridifius and Sandy Peterson Games and some other folks right now. And I also am the Dungeon Master for May Black Roses Bloom. We're on a couple of weeks hiatus for people moving and Gen Con. But we'll be back in a couple of weeks, and we're getting towards the end of our campaign now. So we're at our 30th episode, and I don't have a set number necessarily, but I know that it's getting close. So things are getting pretty intense over there. We're at Tales from the Grim on Twitch on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I can't wait to come back again and get hopefully see more of Nikolai and get to interact with you guys more. Like I said before, every single time I've played with you, I've had just the best time.
Great. And if I can help plug that show as well, May Black Roses Bloom is like the all-star game of RP. It is a joy every time to watch a lovely person like Don destroy the hopes and dreams of his players at each and every turn. It's a beautiful thing. And then you get to see Lindy play a Kinder, which is even better.
Pyromaniac Kinder.
A pyromaniac Kinder who likes to fireball herself to kill things. So that if that's not glorious in its own right, I don't know what is. Next is our poor migraine inflicted Hal. How was tonight, Hal?
This is not okay, Frank.
I'm sorry.
I'm not happy with you right now. I just had a tower land on me. Oh God. Okay. I'm not. This is fine. Nothing's burning around me. Nope. Hi, I'm Negatosaurus. I play Hal, the shifter fighter who just had a tower land on me. Yeah, great. I had a migraine. Got attacked by a slime ball thing. Now I'm buried under rubble. This is the worst. Yeah, I'm here on Monday nights. Tuesday nights I play Ember of Anastra the Divine Soul Sorceress on Lindy's game, Mists of Ravenloft, which is
Ravenloft's murder mysterying right now.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's murder, and we're on a boat, and there's a wolf thing running around, so it'll be fun. And then once a month, I play Violet 6, the android thing, in our Aliens campaign, and occasionally I do video games on my own stream, but not recently. Anyway, my favorite part, I think, was actually just hitting something. Because I never hit anything, so that was nice to get a crit and not only have it be a crit, but have it kill the thing. So yeah, I'm not okay with this, Frank. I hope you know that.
I understand what I've done, and it's, it was an opportunity to really drop a great cliffhanger, and I couldn't help it.
Yeah, I hate it.
Good. I'm sure I'll be paid back in spades at some point. Speaking of being paid back in spades, hey Harlan, how's it going?
Hi. Let's see. Crazy night tonight. I was not expecting that ending. Probably my favorite part was the ending, actually. But I love playing with you, Don. It was so great. The interactions between Don and Harlan were just awesome. Boy. I'm D20 coup de grace, and you can catch me playing this. Tomorrow I play with these fine people again, and I play video games on my Twitch every once in a while. Haven't been on in a minute, but I plan on getting on more this week. I just got a new monitor cable, so
Do a monitor setup.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Watch.
Yes.
Watch D20's gaming streams because they're hilarious, and it's just the running commentary is the best part of his stream. The gameplay is secondary at all times, but the commentary spectacular as always. Speaking of spectacular, as always, it's the matriarch of our channel that we're on right here. It is Wendell Eustace Aberthathy, Lucius Throckwaddle, Hassenpfeffer the Fourth, the Haversam Hassenpfeffers.
Thank you. That is my title. I am the matriarch thug here at Laugh Love Lindy. 'Cause that's our thing, apparently. Yeah, that was super fun. I was not expecting that ending either. I mean, it could have gone a lot of different ways, and I had ideas, but that was not any of them. I was like, wait, the body hit the ground, and then they look up towards the sky. I was like, wait, it didn't like jump off a roof, and then It's Raining Men popped into my head, and I just couldn't contain it. But it was super great. I really like how I was like, let's check the food in case it's poison, and I was like, now that you say that, I really want to check it, but Wendell's gonna have to see somebody be poisoned with food first before he checks it every time. So now guess who's gonna be casting Ritually Detect Poison every single time now? And I can't believe we're left with, you gotta put my crush and possible convert. Both are the ones who failed this. Who do I spare the dying first? Yeah. I might just go, please patron, show your power to this potential convert, and hopefully that'll seal the deal, and go save Hal. We'll see what happens. Next time we play in 4 weeks, we have 4 weeks off, because moving, yay. But then we'll be back with Season 2, which is going to be super exciting. Tomorrow night on Mists of Ravenloft is a murder mystery on the SS Seawolf. I'm sure they'll be fine and nothing bad will happen, besides maybe another murder or two on their way to Van Richten for that good old-fashioned book signing. But also, I will have dates announced soon for our once-a-month Aliens campaign and Teenagers from Outer Space. Till then, you guys are super-duper awesome. Thanks for hanging out, even through the power surge that happened right in the middle of that. I don't know, it seems to happen more frequently when Dawn's there. Like, one of us loses power. It's something I just don't... It's fine. But we will catch you all next time. Thank you so much. Have a great night.